Hey guys, how's it going? So welcome to this month's Patreon video of the month that was voted on by the Patreon supporters of Vintage on Tap. I'm really excited because this is like the first one that, we're kind of testing this out. And I allowed everyone who was a Patreon subscriber this past month to get in their vote on a blouse that I was going to work on for a video. Now, I had a few different options, but the one that won was actually my favorite one and the one that I wanted to do, so I'm happy it worked out that way, was the from the Gertie's New Book for Better Sewing, which was her first book, and it was a keyhole blouse. So this video specifically is going to go into sewing that. With that said, I'm doing a couple different little changes to the Patreon subscription model. So essentially anyone who subscribes will get early view access to new videos. So I usually upload videos onto YouTube a few days before they go live to the public. So anyone who's there will get to see those first, as well as anyone who is a Patreon subscriber will get to vote on the Patreon video of the month. So I haven't chosen the projects for the upcoming month, but those will be coming up soon. With that said, their support last month has helped out a lot. We were actually able to purchase new lights, so this whole shot I'm sure looks a lot better than normal. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what this looks like without the new lights that the Patreon subscribers were able to help out with. So as you can see, this does not look very good, and this is just with one light that Jose and I bought on our own. So with the support of the Patreon subscribers, we were able to buy 2 new lights, and this is going to be Jose showing you guys a little bit more info about that.
Let's check it out. Check this out. So guys, this is a backlight and it comes with a case. How cool. Look at this actually. So with this one we can make the shots more even, especially when it's darker. So at some point we cannot shoot anymore because it's too dark outside, and because we're using natural light, so this we'll rely on this more so that we can shoot later in the night and earlier in the day because of you guys. Thank you.
So thank you guys again to all the Patreon supporters who are helping what we're building here and helping out with the channel. I love you guys and thank you guys so much for your help with everything. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started on the project. Cool, so if you're already a Patreon subscriber, you already saw the fitting video for this. That video is still up if you wanted to check it out. Just go ahead and click the little link in the window to see that fitting video. So first things first, after you have stay stitched the entire neckline, you're going to go ahead and make sure to take care of the opening. I stay stitched the front in the first shot. The keyhole itself definitely needs a little TLC, but you're going to be doing a lot of gathering at the shoulders immediately afterwards. So just make sure to do that stay stitching first before you do your 5 rows of gathers at the shoulders. It took me a little bit of practice to make sure that those would stay in place. So what I did was kind of just tack them at the ends. At that point, just matching up the shoulders. Again, everything is stay stitched like crazy, especially since a lot of this kind of has like sloping lines and stuff, especially across the shoulders, which I'm pinning together here. Cool, so pinned across the top, a couple stitches. This particular fabric I actually got from myfabricdesigns.com. I was fortunate enough to get the opportunity to test out their fabric. Really like this one. It kind of sewed very, very well. I just used like a thinner universal needle, so like I think it was like an 80-14 size needle, which stitched together pretty well. I was actually really surprised, to be quite honest, about this particular fabric, just because I had no idea what I was going to order. And when I put that through, it actually was this really nice weight of the fabric. So I'll go ahead and leave a little more information about that down below. But from here, as soon as the top and the side stitches, seams were stitched up, I went ahead and put in the zipper. I decided to change the back from buttonholes to a zipper, like a lap zipper, just because you know, I wanted to sew this up really quickly, and I did not want to spend time doing buttonholes up the back. So what I ended up doing was removing the center back and just putting enough of a seam allowance to put the zipper in place. Now from here, bias tape everywhere. I decided to go with just purchase bias tape rather than making my own, even though making your own is really not that big a deal. I do actually kind of enjoy doing that. I really wanted that contrast to pop, so I went ahead and did that. This was just a simple bound bias seam. I didn't do anything fancy like a bias facing or anything like that. So I just kind of pinned it, sewed it in place, pinned it closed, and then hand stitched that in place. Kind of reminds me as well that I also did not leave regular facings on this particular piece when I did it. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, but just go ahead and steam, press, and fold up the bottom hem and hand stitch, and you're good to go. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it inspires you to make this beautiful keyhole blouse. If you're interested in becoming a Patreon subscriber, please go ahead and support. There should be a little box that pops up somewhere in this window. It would really help Jose and I out as we're buying more equipment to make these videos better for you guys, so you guys can actually get a fuller experience and actually get to see a little bit more in depth of what we're doing. Of course, there's behind the scenes stuff, voting for the next Patreon video of the month, and then vlogs and all that good stuff. So definitely check out that link, and your support would be super appreciated for Vintage on Tap. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.